are just under 3 months away from the next iteration of the looter shooter franchise. BioWare, the makers of the Dragon Age franchise, the Mass Effect series, they are taking their expertise and giving us something that we like to call a shareware shooter. Something like Destiny, which is a game you guys all know I love to death. Anthem is going to be the next thing that is in the same vein of that type of game, but in a third-person perspective. Now, there has been a lot of information about this game ever since it was shown off at E3 2017. A lot of people are very excited to see what BioWare is going to do with this game going forward. But we did get a very interesting tweet from Mike Dura. He is the executive producer of Anthem at BioWare, and he basically answered a question where someone asked him about cross-platform play, and he said it will not be available at launch. Now, that's nothing new because we know that they were always going to probably be mulling over the cross-platform play, especially since a while ago Sony was really against it and they kind of changed their tune when it comes to Fortnite. And that's not to say that Anthem will ever be Fortnite, because Fortnite has proven itself and Anthem still has to prove itself amongst the looter shooter crowd, because games like Destiny, Warframe are very cemented with those player bases right there. And we definitely just need to see if Anthem has the long legs to actually stand toe-to-toe with those games as time goes on. But just hearing Mike Dura talk about this really brings hope that this is something that we can see in the near future. People really want this feature, especially in games like this, because these games are very time-consuming. They take a lot of effort, and a lot of your gaming time goes towards just progressing in these games. And if you want to always stay up to date, you're always going to be playing it. It's like a job for some people at a certain point, because if you're not playing the game, then you're going to see yourself fall behind. And then you'll have friends that want to jump into these games and they won't do it because they'll look at their other friends and say, hey, you guys are way too far ahead of me, and I just don't want to, slug through all of the content to actually get up to where you are, on top of you still progressing at the time that you're playing the game. So cross-platform play can definitely help this out. I don't know how it will solve the problems of people just taking breaks from the game, because you'll always be behind when you do that. But when it comes to a game like this, the best thing you can do is keep the player base healthy. And the number one way you can do that is by allowing people to play across different platforms. We always know that the PC version of the game is probably going to be the best version of it, just because of the architecture, the graphics cards that you can hook up to it. Frame rate is going to be a really big thing for this game. And normally PC dies out first because there's a lot less people playing on that platform compared to console. Console really helps build the gap between all of these different consoles all together. It can bolster anybody's player base. You can take the 90+ million PS4s are out there, sandwich it with the 35 to 40 million Xboxes, and just infuse the player base to actually be more healthier than it actually seems like it is. So I am very much for this. I really want to see this happen. I want to see it happen in more games going forward, but I will definitely take it in a game like Anthem, because this is something that I believe definitely helps the foundation of this game grow. But ultimately, it really comes down to what BioWare can do, and if this is something that they actually see is beneficial for them. I don't think it would be not beneficial to them, because they could just sell more copies of their game. On top of the ones that you buy for your Xbox One, you could buy a PS4 copy, you could buy the PC copy. Some people are going to double and triple dip on this game. I would just think that would help developers actually want to make even more money. But ultimately, if this does happen, guys, are you even interested in Anthem? If you are, would you actually buy it on multiple platforms to play with different gaming communities if this is something that is in line for you? Definitely want to hear from you down in the comment section. But guys, like I always say, I appreciate you watching this video. Make sure you sub to the channel if you haven't, because it definitely helps out this channel a lot, especially when you hit that like button and hit that notification bar. Definitely all those things can just help this channel grow, and you guys are the lifeblood behind it. I really appreciate you sticking with me this far, and you guys have a great week. Talk to you later. Peace.